Hi, welcome back to a video I filmed 2 years ago, my graduation trip. This video is still about my safari in Tanzania. It's already the third and final day of safari, and we've checked off so many new wildlife sightings. I think 3 days is the perfect dance for a jeep-based safari. Even though I didn't end up sporting a rhino, the whole experience felt so different from visiting a zoo. It was surprising and satisfying in ways I never expect. Honestly, I feel like I gave myself the best graduation trip in the world. That said, there were parts of my time in Tanzania that left me less than thrilled. Don't get me wrong, I think it's a beautiful country and I met so many kind people. But coming from living in China and Italy, I really struggle with the tipping culture here. The price you see is never the final price, and every pleasant interaction along the way seems to come with an unspoken cost. Had I been from the US, maybe this wouldn't have felt like such a culture gap, but my travel agency never mentioned it, which left me completely out of euros, dollars by the time I left Tanzania. It also got me wondering, what even is the standard for tipping here? So, the day after the safari ended, I asked the travel agency who organized the trip for some fellow travelers from our jeep to meet me at my hotel. He was really patient and walked me through the typical services and the cost for activities like climbing Kilimanjaro and going on safari in the national parks. I also visited 3 other agencies in person to compare and ask questions. I like to break down the exact cost for travel in Tanzania, but since this was filmed 2 years ago, the numbers are surely outdated. Inside, I will walk you through how to find fair and reasonable prices for your own trip. If you have plenty of time, you may not need to choose a travel agency online before you depart. You can simply land it in Arusha, Zanzibar, or Moshi and visit a few agencies downtown to compare their prices and services in person. There's no need to start your climb and safari right away. You can take it slow, wander around the city and observe how locals live. In Moshi, you can even join a coffee-making workshop. As for tipping, there are indeed common standards, but they are not compulsory. The amount is up to you, though I don't recommend skipping it entirely. What frustrated me about my agency was that my guide insisted on a tip higher than the local norm. I was honest and told him I had no cash left, but he wouldn't believe me and kept pricing. It really left a bad taste. That's why I've never recommended this agency to anyone. On the other hand, I highly recommend the 4 agencies I visited afterward, especially Kai. He started as a porter and later opened his own agency. You can tell he really knows what he's doing.
There's a debt.
Alright, that wraps up my trip in Tanzania. I ended up eating my favorite fries at the airport while swatting away bugs and paid almost $20 for them. So yes, you really need a solid budget to travel in East Africa.
I'm so excited because finally I will go back to my country.
I'm headed to Beijing, my first time back in China after 4 years in Italy. Curious about the converse culture shock I experienced? Stay tuned and I will see you in my next video.